hi. How's it going, everybody? Did I get the stream set up right? Every time I set up a stream, I'm like... I take so long in between them that, like, each time I reset it up, I have to, like, relearn how to do it. Hey, so we got to 54 likes before the stream went 55. Oh, hey, it's working now. I thought I'd come in like 10 minutes early so that you guys could we could like wait for everyone else to get in. Hi Minnie, hi Nimsy, hi Lettuceman43, hi Ong. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Let me try this. I can do this. 𝐷𝐸𝐿 Moody. I probably butchered that. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Hi Sage Emmett. That's a great name. Hi Casey. Hi Shadow6. You Shadow6. Oh hi Brian. You guys have been subscribed to me for a long time, haven't you? I remember seeing like Shadow6 back when I had like 500 subscribers, I think. Hi is that oh man. Okay, I want to say Joaquin, but I don't know that for sure. Hi, Landon River 11. Hi, Baltimore. That's a that's a great name. Is that real? That's not a real name, right? That would kind of be an unfortunate real name. I'm sorry if that is a real name. Hi, London. Yeah, I see 𝐷𝐸𝐿 Moody. Yeah, that's not right. Sorry. Yeah, I figured that wasn't right. You want to try to like spell that out for me like phonetically? I can't guarantee I would even get it right then. Let's see here. Alright, good. I got the name right. Awesome. I can barely read. I'm barely literate, so... You know, you throw a curveball at me. Oh, hi, Amity. Amity's always so nice in the comments that they leave. So nice. Is that Celeste? Hi, Celeste. Or Sleece? Maybe. I never know. I've lived in 4 different countries in my life, and I've lived in like South America, I've lived in Italy, and I've lived in England and the United States. So I've seen so many like varying pronunciations of certain names and sounds that I have been scarred with a permanent like unsuredness of how to pronounce names. London asks if I'm ready for the Dragon Prince Season 4. I sure am. I've been ready for Dragon Prince Season 4 since the day after I watched the Dragon Prince Season 3. Back in 2019. When the world was a much brighter place back then. I was not judged by Sol Regum. Thank goodness. That guy doesn't seem like a very fair judge to me. Everything's all death with him. Oh, hi, Jaden. Good day from Australia. I love Australia. I was there back in 2018. In August. I was in Melbourne. Where did I live in South America? I lived in Mexico. I lived at a place called Lago de Chapala. It's like 60 kilometers, I think, south of Guadalajara. How it feels to choose 5 gums since your stimulant. It's a reference to a game. Oh, thanks, Baldy. Okay, yeah. It sounded really funny. I was like, that's a great name. That's a name I would steal for like a D&D character. What even is a bright world at this point? I don't know. Yeah, I love Australia. It's a great country. Friendly people, especially Melbourne. There was like a cafe on every corner, so I could stop in and get some of their delicious coffee. Here in the United States, most of our coffee comes from one place. It all comes from like Colombia for the most part. Oh, your dad's from Mexico. Right on, right on. A lot of beautiful places in Mexico. Brazil. Very cool, very cool. Do I play video games? I sure do. I play a lot of video games, but not too many like multiplayer games. I don't play the popular games. I kind of dropped off a lot of the more popular games. I play 7 Days to Die. I'm really into a new survival game called Grounded. I have like 500 hours in that game right now. It's not even finished. Amity asks if have I watched Arcane on Netflix. Okay, I haven't. I've been meaning to watch it. I started it. I was talking to some people about it on my Discord, the beautiful Dragon People Discord, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start watching it. And I was playing like a video game on my other monitor, and I put it on my other monitor to the side here. I'm just gonna play it, and I'll play a video game, and I'll kind of like watch it. But like 10 minutes into that thing, and I'm like, okay. So this is a show that I'm going to have to pay attention to. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to like watch it off to the side. I'm going to actually like have to sit down and watch this thing. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go do that later then. And then I just haven't gotten back to it. Hi, Vic. Greeting from neurodivergent half Latina in Idaho. Idaho, great potatoes. Laura asks, ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias. I have a terrible accent. I was about 13 when we moved down there, so I did live there for 5 years. So I learned the language decently well, but my I was past that point. You know, if you guys have ever tried to learn a second language, there's a point where in your like youth where your brain just takes in other languages. It just absorbs them like really, really well. And I was kind of past that point, so I never quite grasped the accent very well. London asks, what about Dying Light? I have played the first one. Yes, I did play the first one, but I have not tried the second one yet. Have I ever played Breath of the Wild? I have, yes. Yes, I have. I've not finished it yet. When did I discover the Dragon Prince, and what was my initial reaction? Okay, so I've told the story before, but I was following the development. I'm a big fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, so when I heard that one of the good writers from that show was making a show, I was like, aha, I'm in. So I watched it when it came out. I wouldn't say I was excited about it, but I was definitely intrigued. I didn't like the animation. I still am not a huge fan of it. If there was one thing I could change about the Dragon Prince, I wish it was just traditional 2D animation. That's just a taste thing. It's not like a criticism. The frame rate really threw me off when I first watched it. In fact, I didn't finish the first season. I got to the episode where they all were on the river, and I just dropped off. And I came back to the show when season 2 came out. I started season 1 again, and I watched through season 1. I just binged all 9 episodes, got right into season 2. And it wasn't really until the second season where I really started to love the show. And now, you know, obviously now you guys know I'm really all down. I love the show now, so it's like my favorite animated show. Let's see. Baldy says, on April 1st, imagine the people who are working on the Dragon Prince saying, okay, I guess Season 5 is going to get released in 2026. Yeah, no, I don't think they would troll us like that. They're pretty nice over there. I just forgot her name, but the lady who runs all of their social media, she seems like a really nice lady. I don't think she would do that to us. It would be too heartbreaking. Let's see. Have I played Dying Light 1 or 2? Yeah, I played 1. I haven't played 2. How excited will you be when we get a season 4 trailer? I'll be pretty excited. They did a video. They did a video last time when season 3 came out where they kind of like they looked around and they compiled different people's reaction videos. So like a personal goal of mine, I don't know if I've spoke about this on the channel, but some of my friends I've talked to about this. My goal is to get into that, so I'm just gonna like go absolutely like bat crazy, way more than normal. I have an idea to like just like spray my face with like a shit ton of like sorry to swear, like whipped cream and just screaming at the camera. My goal is to get into the video, but I don't know. We'll see if I can do it. How would you prefer the Dragon Prince game? How about a third-person RPG? That'd be fun. Honestly, like, you know, I think I can think of a lot of, like, game genres that would work really well for the Dragon Prince. The only one that I don't want to see is some kind of, like, gacha game, or I don't want to see, like, a terrible, terrible, like, mobile League of... Not League, what's it called? Just lost the name. Raid, Shadow Legends, or any kind of, like, character collecting game. I don't want to see that. I really hope they don't do those. That's really the only kind that I don't want to do it. Will I do a live stream of my reaction? I might. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait that long, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, like... Because, you know, I am, as much as I love making content, I'm also, like, just a huge fan of the show. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do, like, if I'm going to be able to wait. I'm going to see the little pop-up, and I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to hold off and do a live reaction. I might go live afterwards, and maybe we could all talk about it or something like that. It just depends on if we have a heads up, you know, when they do it. Let's see, Laura says, how about Sword is hailed a hero, but feels guilty about betraying his family, or is scoring for being Viren's son and Claudia's brother, and they're branded as traitors? Yeah, that could definitely happen. I'm sure he's gonna feel a lot of guilt about, you know, some of the stuff that he did, and there some people in Catullus might harbor some harsh feelings towards him quietly. But for the most part, I think that since, you know, he's basically got the King of Catullus vouching for him, since he's basically his personal guard now, I don't think he's going to face much antagonism from people in Catullus. Let's see. Red Dragon says, when you said they're lying, I agree, because if Viren didn't switch King Harrow's soul, then... How come Viren left the room with the soul thing? Oh, you're talking about the whole Harrow being in the bird thing. Yeah. It's not out of the question, guys, that the writers, they're just trying to surprise people. People figured out their twist, like, really quickly. So it's not out of the realm of possibilities that they're just like, yeah, no, that's not happening. That's definitely not happening. And then it's just gonna happen. Like, I've seen a lot of shows where writers just straight up lied. Just because they wanted to surprise. They weren't trying to, like, hurt their audiences. They just wanted to keep people surprised, you know? Let's see. Hi, Scapegoat. Let's see. Casey says, what is your opinion on Soren dying? I think as far as the main characters go, he's probably the most likely to die. Because his character arc has kind of finished. So they could give him a new one. Or, you know, he's probably the most likely to die. Most likely to die characters, like main characters, I would say is probably Viren at number 1. And probably Soren at number 2. I don't want the Dragon Prince game to be turn-based. Okay, yeah. I see. I like turn-based games, but it depends on the execution. I don't like every turn-based game. Didn't know you had Discord? I do know I have a Discord. No, I know what you mean. You mean I didn't. You mean you. I meaning you. Yeah. Yeah, I have a Discord. It's called the Beautiful Dragon People Discord. You can look it up. I think I looked at the link, I think yesterday. I think the link I have on my channel is broken. I might need to update that. Do I think Runan will return in Season 4 or at a later time? That is a great question. I would love to see him come back in Season 4. We don't know what happened to Viren's pouch of coins. Maybe the good guys have it now, and maybe they can figure out a way to get him out. OMG, Amity. Are you just excited that the character from the Owl House is here? That's great. Let's see. Elfmage Brenda says I'm playing Honkai Impact. I have no idea what that is. Landon River says, what if Rayla had short hair in Season 4? I would love that. I would love to see them, all the characters get a makeover. I'd love to see all the characters get new clothes, new hair. I would love for them to be aged up. I would love to see the show jump ahead a year, maybe 2 years. You know, kind of establish a new status quo for everybody. I would love to see that kind of thing. How much of Arcane have I seen? About 10 minutes. And I didn't stop it because it was bad. I turned it off because I realized it was going to be really good and heavy. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to actually have to like sit down and watch the show. And I just haven't gotten the time to sit down and just watch the show. Okay, real question for every one person. Who's the best character? Oh, best character? Oh, that's easy. Come on, guys. We all know who it is. The best character on the Dragon Prince. It's Salir, obviously. What is your favorite scene in the Dragon Prince? My guess is the one in season 3 last episode. That is a really good one. That's a really good guess too. You know me well. You know how much I love my my Rayla. That's pretty good. Best. That's a good question. I've never actually thought about it like that. Like best, like scene. But yeah, that one is definitely up there for sure. Yeah, if it's not my number one, it's top 5 for sure. Why Vera would want to collect Moonshadow Elves and the coins? Does it make him Moon the Slayer? I think it's just his way of killing people. You know, when you're making a show for kids, you don't really want your bad guy to like straight up murder people. So a lot of times the writers will come up with like creative ways to effectively remove characters from the story without brutal actually having to kill them. I read Amity says, I read the Dragon Prince through the Moon book. It's the best to me. It's a really good one. Are we at 66 likes? Oh, we sure are. You guys are the best. This is great. SSO time. Yeah, so having making the okay. I need to take a second. My dyslexia is acting up pretty bad. Making of the Dragon Prince got delayed for another year. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, it seems that they didn't actually start the production until last summer. So the show's only been in production for about a year, it seems. I just realized something. Claudia is on the roll again. Oh yeah. Sorry. I like Claudia. Didn't the dragon straight up roast people alive? You're right. That's a double standard. Do I like Studio? Is it Ghibli or Ghibli? I never know how. I've heard it pronounced either way. But yes, I do. I don't think every movie they've made is great and worthy of like cult status, but they have 3 or 4 good ones that I really like. I really like Porco Rosso, which is like not, I think, anyone's favorite. But that's probably my favorite one. Let's see. Laura asks, how will humans take the Sunfire zombies? Will they be cured? Yeah, I want to know about that. I really hope they don't gloss over that. Like we saw them like putting them in like handcuffs at the end. Like you're under arrest, fire monster. So like, yeah, I really want to know. My hope is that they were basically able to be transformed into that because of the dark magic corrupting the Sunforge. And I'm hoping that by cleansing the Sunforge, perhaps the magic that, you know, like the dark version of magic that created them will simply wear off and they'll go back to normal. I love the Rayla figure on your left. Thank you. I love her too. I'm not a big Funko Pop guy. Their black, soulless eyes perpetually watching me do make me uncomfortable. A little bit. But she's cute. Scapegoat says, here's a theory. Humanoids will be shown, like dark magic gone wrong, half dragon, or soul serpent human. That would be cool. Sure. Yeah, I'd be down for that. That'd be really interesting to see. Like some kind of like horrific, like, dark magic lab. We're getting introduced to Viren's teacher, who has a name that is unpronounceable. um, did you guys know what I'm talking about? I can't even think of how it's spelled now, but they released like the name of Viren's teacher, and I read it. And I was like, "What? How do you say this?" Who else thought Rayla was right about us starting wars? Oh yeah, that was a very apt thing. But also the thing about eating lots of bread and complaining a lot. That is me down to my very essence. Hi Hypernova. I don't think I greeted you. So if Soul Regum is an archdragon with a connection to the sun, and storm dragons like 𝐉𝐴𝐽𝐼𝐴 have a connection to the sky, that means there are 4 types that we haven't seen. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen, they actually have revealed an archdragon for the Earth. I have it somewhere. Where did I put that thing? I'd show it to you if I could find it. Somewhere over here. In Callum's spell book, they actually showed art for the Earth one. Let's see it. Where did I leave that thing at? Shoot. I don't see it. I don't know what I did with it. Maybe I put it somewhere else. I don't know what happened to it. Have I played any? Yeah, there. Thank you, Casey. That's it. R. Like what? For my opinion, in season 3, Vera is stupid in white robe and crown that look like angel costume. Oh, I'm fine with it. I think it works great. It's ironic because white is usually it's a sign of purity, goodness. So the fact that he switched his darker attire for a brighter, lighter one, you're right. It doesn't fit him, and that's the point. It's the contrast. He's wearing like the very elegant, nice, pure robes, but he's evil. Least favorite character? Okay, so who here could guess? Because you guys know me. Who guesses who my least favorite character is? The first one who gets it right, I will, I don't know. I don't have anything. I wanted to show you that dragon. I don't know what happened to that book. Thought I had it right here on my shelf, but I don't see it now. Huh, that's so weird. I don't know where it is. Anybody guess my name? No, it's not 𝐀𝐧𝐝. It's not 𝐁𝐴. 𝐁𝐴 is the best character in the show. Not the baker. Thank you. Everybody knows of my love for the baker. It's Nyx. I'm not a big Nyx fan. I don't like her. I don't like her design. Her weird like Cockney accent gets under my nerves a little bit. Oh, somebody said Nyx. Is it Vero? That's a good name. I should have made that my name. I love Claudia. Claudia's great. She's a big dork, and she's gonna become a great villain. Some random side character. Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. I think 𝐼𝐳𝐼𝐽 is better villain than Viren. Sure, yeah. Well, he's gonna be Viren is what you call the Arc 1 villain. Like anybody who's watched anime knows what I'm talking about here, right? He's the guy who shows up. He's like this big threat. He gets bested. Half the time he ends up joining the heroes. We'll see if that happens, but yeah, and 𝐼𝐳𝐼𝐽 is gonna be the big bad for sure. You like Nyx's name? I guess. It doesn't really roll off my tongue. Nyx. Let's see. When I watched the last episode of the Dragon Prince, I was like, "Oh, this is so good." Next season in a few months, and then yeah, 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 yeah. I didn't know at the time. I didn't know they'd only been greenlit for 3 seasons at the time. I didn't know that. I don't know when they ended up announcing that, because they said that when they were renewed that that Netflix had only ordered 3 seasons. Theron is the Loki to Thanos of Erebos. Yeah, that's a very apt comparison. Yeah, he's that kind of character. Absolutely. But look what happened with Loki. Like, he ended up kind of getting a quasi redemption-ish thing with Thor and Thor Ragnarok before getting killed off. So, there's another example of like that kind of like arc 1 villain going good. How much do we know much about the Dragon Prince video game? Not much. Recently, they had posted more job openings for game design people on the Wonderstorm website. So it looks like they're trying to get this thing going. Will you buy Tales of Xadia? If so, would you consider making gameplays of it on your channel? Yeah, that's a great question, Renato. I actually have. I bought it day one. I ordered the actual book, the hardcover book. Yeah, I've been trying to think of what to make for that thing forever. Like, I've been wanting to make videos about it, but I don't know what to... Like, I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do with... Like, the obvious thing is, stream myself play it, but I don't think it would be very good. I don't think that would be a good video. Would be like me if I got some friends or some people online and then we all just play it. I don't think that would be very engaging. But I have thought about... I'm definitely going to do a review of the book when it comes out. For sure. But I've been thinking about what to do. I might do some like how-tos, like help with the rules or something like that. How to play Tales of Xadia type things. I have a Word file on my computer, and it's just called Tales of Xadia Video Ideas, and it has one. It just says book review. That's the only thing that I have on there. Let's see. Where are we at here, guys? Let's see. Elf Mage Brandon says, have you watched Troll Hunters? 3 Below and Wizards. They are part of the Tales of Arcadia franchise. I have not watched those, but I am aware of those. I know there's a lot of like crossover with people in the Dragon Prince community who are also into those series as well. Are those still ongoing, or have those wrapped up? Because I'm about to be really starved for content soon. All of the shows that I really like are coming to an end, and the Dragon Prince is still a ways off, so... I think about Prince Ksif. He's a hothead and a jerk, but what if Claudia resurrected him back to normal? That would be kind of cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like a dark magic zombie Ksif. That'd be kind of interesting. That'd be really cool. He would help them too, because they don't have a strong guy in their group. Because like Erebos is gonna be magic, Viren will be magic, and Claudia will be magic. So if they went up against like the Dragon Prince crew, Callum, Rayla, Ezran, and Soren, then they're gonna definitely be missing like a tough guy, a big strong guy to take on Soren. I don't know what any of that means, Lettuce Man. Hey, you copied my idea. Sorry, I'm totally lost. Let's see. Laura says, but the white tunic and broken crown would be symbolic as a fallen angel of grace for a redemption arc. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, maybe that's why. Sure, yeah. I fell asleep, but I'm here now. Hey, thanks! Thanks. Is your name pronounced, is it Ellie? Crap. That's a great name. Let's see. Hypernova says, I wonder what the fire from a star archdragon would look like. Oh, that's so cool. What if it was like maybe it would be like Godzilla's like atomic breath, like maybe there's like a laser like like astral energy or something like that. Carmilla Scotland says, "Hello, Vero." Hello, Carmilla. Thanks for stopping in. We're talking about the Dragon Prince. Prince Ksif kind of reminds me of Prince Zuko Book 1, yeah. Yeah, they both are just kind of show up. They both are like hot-headed, angry young men. You know, yeah, absolutely. Everyone is hot in the Dragon Prince is a fact. That... yeah. I was making a joke about how Nyx is basically an Uber driver. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. A bad one, too, since she, like, steals their stuff. Star Dragons would spit supersonic plasma. That would be super cool. I would be down for that. So then, like, because we've seen that they all breathe different elements, right? We've seen like lightning comes from Avazandum. We've seen that fire comes from the Sun One. So what does Rex Ignis? What does he do? The Earth Dragon. Does he breathe Earth, or does he just like breathe dirt? Liesel says, "Hello, Vera." Hello. Good to see ya. I want to see all the elves together. Me too. Me too. Yeah, I'm really excited to see the Earthblood elves in the next season. They're going to be really interesting to see. Did I know that the Dragon Prince is a show with a secret tutorial on how to become an elf? Is it? We're all going to start acting like Callum. Oi, I'm an Earthblood elf. Yeah. He spits lava. Oh, that's actually a good idea. Yeah, that makes sense. Because that would, yeah, lava. Yeah, totally. Yeah, like Rex Ignis breathing lava. That'd be pretty sick. That'd be really cool. Absolutely. Earthblood elves look like Groot. Kind of, yeah. Have you seen them? Have you seen the concept art that they released for them? There's also art of them in Callum's spell book, which I wish I had here, so I could demonstrate my point. What do dragons eat if killing magical creatures is bad, and how do they eat? You know, we had a whole discussion about this on the Discord, and the consensus was that elves don't eat magical creatures, but dragons do? That's the kind of thing that, like, I would really like to know. Have we seen Zim? What have we seen Zim eat? Zim, we've seen him eat bugs, right? At Lujane's table? Didn't he eat bugs? So he's a meat eater. Hey, how do you think Rayla and Callum will act when they reunite? I hope for some good angst and then a happy ending. That's about what I expect, yeah. Yeah. I do not think... A lot of people think that, like, Season 4 is going to start, and it's going to be like, Callum is searching every town and the woods for any word of Rayla, trying to track her down. I do not think that's what's going to happen. I think that her leaving, he's just going to go back to Catullus and just do his thing. Maybe go study magic with Ibis or somebody like that. I don't think he's going to be actively looking for Rayla. And then I think that eventually their paths will meet up again, and it will be awkward and sad and angsty. Oh, I'm an elf, bud, elf. 69 likes. Nice. Okay, nobody like it anymore. We've done it. We've achieved the height of comedy. Dragons are vegan. Maybe. I guess some vegans eat bugs, don't they? I watched an episode of The Simpsons, and, like, they did a whole episode about how, like, some vegetarians don't consider bugs animals, even though I'm pretty sure bugs still... you know, are like living creatures and have like a right to exist in the same way as everything else. So, here's a thought: if dark mages can drain the magic out of magical creatures, could they drain magic from a primal mage? That'd be kind of cool. It's like that reminds me of like a force power from like a Star Wars video game where you can like drain the force out of them. That'd be kind of interesting. If Muko, the mushroom mage, isn't a crazy old man voiced by Boomy, I'm gonna be low-key disappointed. Yes, I want like, and he's got like a hat with like dirt all in it, and there's like mushrooms growing out of like the dirt in his hat or something like that. Definitely. Or maybe like in his hair. Yeah, I have high hopes for Mushroom Mage Muko. They haven't really done like a zany old man character in this show. So yeah, that's really what I want. Just like Boomy, for sure. From the Avatar of the Last Airbender, King Boomy. Laura says, would Rayla get a crew to hunt down Viren? That would be really cool. I think I talked about that. I don't remember where I talked about that before. But I would be so down for that. That would be great. Separating Rayla would be a great opportunity to introduce, like, 2 or 3 or 4 new characters to kind of join her. So that would be really cool. I would be all for it. Carmia asks, am I excited for the next graphic novel? I'm interested in it. I'm not particularly, like, excited about, like, a one-off Rayla prequel, but, I mean, it's probably going to be super cute. There's going to be a lot of, like, 𝐁𝐼 and Runan in it, and I love them, so I'm definitely going to like it, but I'm not, like, actively anticipating it. What I am is Puzzle House. I think it's the next one coming out after that. Which is supposed to be like a Viren prequel or something like that. I'm much more intrigued in that. I think female Earthblood elves are so pretty. Yeah, totally. They could have like the elk kind of horns or something like that. Have like this real like kind of like natural kind of beauty kind of thing to them for sure. He can't be like this. He can't even count syllables. I can relate to that. What will happen if Rayla found out the coins? See, that's a good question. That's something that I've been, like, wondering. Okay, so in that episode where we, the audience, see Viren and Tiernan and Lane, he takes out the coins at the very end of it. And he's like, I have plans for you, or whatever he says. I've better fate, or blah, blah, whatever he says. Anyway, and then it cuts away back to Rayla. Now, my question is, is that where the spell ended? Did the spell end there, where he whips out a bag and says that? Or did Rayla and Callum see him perform the spell and suck them into the coins? In the words of Sokka, it's really unclear. I hope they do a recap of Through the Moon without taking multiple episodes. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think we're gonna get any mention of Through the Moon. I think the only thing we're gonna get is maybe somebody say something along the lines of Rayla left after what happened at the Storm Spire or something like that. Just because you gotta keep in mind that most people, the majority of people who are gonna watch The Dragon Prince are gonna come in the future. So they're not gonna be like, watch season 1, watch season 2, watch season 3, stop, go Google, is there anything I'm supposed to read? You know what I mean? They're just going to go from season 3 straight into season 4. So if they go into that and then, you know, there's like all this talk about all these events that they missed, it's just going to confuse people. So I don't think they're going to bring it up very much. Is Aspero just Fusro Da? I think it is. Viren would blackmail Rayla with the coins, or he would return them. Viren would... I think I said Vero. I would not blackmail Rayla. Yeah, maybe he could use it as like a bait, lure her into a trap. Didn't the creators say that season 4 will show the Earthblood elves? Probably. If they haven't explicitly said that, it definitely appears to be that way. Since it's the season is going to be called Earth, and in Callum's spellbook, it's filled with tons of concept art for Earthblood elves, Earth dragons, and a lot of the stuff they talked about at the last Comic-Con was like about like Mushroom Age, Muko, and other Earthblood related things. So it definitely would appear that that's what we're going to be getting next season. I think Through the Moon could be recapped in just one episode. It could. They sure could. If they wanted to. I would be fine if they just completely adapted it. But, you know, we got 9 episodes, so I don't know, like, how much I really want to retread what we've already seen. Do I ship Vero? I get this question every live stream. No, I do not. I picked it because it was a cool sounding name, and I thought it was funny. I thought it was a funny ship, so that's why I picked it. If humans, elves, and dragons could do all kinds of primal magic all along, if they were understanding of the nature of each element, like Aang did before bending them, that's why Erebos and Callum can do it. I'm not sure I follow you on that. The creators even mentioned an Earthblood elf that they really liked. I remember that. Yeah, I wonder if that Earthblood elf is gonna be the same character. If it's gonna be Mushroom Mage Muko. I have high hopes for this character. I really hope he's a big deal. I remember they kind of talked up Nyx a little bit before Season 3 came out, and I was a little disappointed. Minnie asks, hi Minnie, have you seen How to Train Your Dragon? I've seen the first one and half of the second one. People are constantly telling me to go watch the other movies. I really do need to get around to watching those. Hypernova says, when Rayla knocks Viren off the cliff, he drops his staff to the ground. Do you think that's going to be a significant detail later? It could be. Could be. Sure. Who knows what he lost? Maybe he lost the coins too. Yeah, we really don't know. We don't have that gap of time. Like who knows how much time passed between the Fade to Black, where all the characters are talking to Zubeia, and then him waking up. Maybe weeks have passed. Maybe it's been maybe a year has passed. Who knows? I don't think it would be that long, but could be any amount of time. Do I have a Discourse? I do. It's called The Beautiful Dragon People. There's a link on my YouTube page, but I think it's broken. I think I just looked at it yesterday, and I don't think it's working properly. So I might need to update that. If Wonderstorm released AirPods, would I buy them? No. No, I would not. How do you think Apelli knew Viren was sending the letters to the kings? She probably was just keeping tabs on him, and then she's such a strong person. She probably was able to get the information from the Crowmaster. Just following him around with all of his shady dealings, and she's like, Viren was in here earlier. What was he doing? I don't know. I mean, I'm not really supposed to say. What was he doing? Slams her hands on the thing. He's like, he was sending letters to other kings. Something like that. Or hey, I mean, if all the rulers of all the human kingdoms were getting together, I mean, word would travel. And if it came that the regent, quote unquote, the regent of Catullus was the one who called them, it could just the word could get around. Those kinds of details don't bother me too much, because I'm like, usually when it comes down to characters just being intelligent in shows, I'm all for it. I'm like, oh, she could figure it out. It's not too hard to find out. I really hope in Season 4 they don't start where the book ended. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. I don't think they will. I'm really hoping for a time jump, personally. I kind of want it to come maybe a few months. I would love for the show to jump ahead like 2 years or something like that. Like 2 or 3 years into the future. Everybody gets aged up a bit. Everybody gets new costumes. Everybody gets like a new job, And you can skip a bunch of stuff. Like, I don't need to watch Callum learning magic for the rest of the season. If we just skip, 3 years into the future, boom, Callum has mastered all kinds of sky magic, and we can kind of like move on. Do I think Claudia will survive? I do. I do not think she's going to die in the end. I think she's one of the younger characters in the show, so she's pretty safe from death. Will there be a villain that will be stronger than Erebos? I don't think so. I think they're building for him to be the big bad. He's the big guy, for sure. I don't think they're gonna really introduce anybody bigger than him as far as like being a bigger bad guy, because I think he is the guy. I think what we're gonna be seeing is them building him up over the next few seasons as like a really big threat. What if Ithari found out that Runan tried to kill Rayla? Did he? I don't think he tried to kill Rayla. I mean, they had a little skirmish, but you know, I think that if Renan wanted to kill Rayla, he probably could have, right? If Dragon Prince ever made merch, would I buy it? They actually have. You can find it on their website. I'm not sponsored or anything. Their merch is it's okay. I don't want to say anything too negative about it, but there's a lot of better ideas. I should contact them. I have like a dozen or so t-shirt ideas for them. There's a YouTuber called Smarty Pants. He made some Dragon Prince theories. Smarty Pants. I might have seen those. Is that an older video? Is that from like a couple of years ago? I might have seen that one. I've seen a lot of Dragon Prince stuff. I get a lot of it sent to me by people, and a lot of times the YouTube algorithm, it just knows who I am and just sends me Dragon Prince stuff. Let's see. ANG says, I'm hoping that there will be an episode where their test between Rayla and Callum's relationship, but it doesn't have anything to do with Claudia. Rayla will have the test. I'm not following you. You like jazz? I used to. I don't really listen to it very much anymore. Wasn't there a joke, something about jazz? What am I thinking of? Oh, it's The Office. Never mind. What's one of my theories for season 4? One of my theories for season 4 is that we'll get to see Viren's ex-wife, Lissa. They're quite recent, actually. Oh, okay. Well, what if Rayla's parents found out Renan tried to kill Rayla? I think didn't you already ask that? Wouldn't it be cool to see Rayla use her moon shadow form again? It would be cool. I wonder if time stops or still goes on in the... That's something... You know, I was talking about that in my, like, Renan losing his arm theory. Like, is he gonna pop out of that thing and he's gonna be, like... Have to be, like, caught up with all that? Or is he conscious? Is he stuck in there, like, looking around, unable to move, but, like, very much alive? Because that's terrifying. If that's the case. That's horrible. Yeah, the ex-wife Lissa. I like to say ex-wife because a lot of people don't know the name. So if I'm just like Lissa, you know, I didn't want to leave like a bunch of people in the dark. Do I like Sonic the Hedgehog? I do not. No, I didn't like the games growing up. When I was growing up, that was the generation of the quote-unquote good Sonic games, and I didn't like those. And I just find the whole fandom incredibly cringy, and I want nothing to do with it. But if you like it, hey, go for it. Have fun. You know, like, no, you know, like what you like. I did not see the live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movie because, like I said, I'm out. I wonder if there'll be another giant war in the last episode of Season 7. Possibly. I wonder with, like, who the factions would be in that, though. Would it be elves, humans fighting? Who, you know, like, who's fighting, you know? I think that the warfare aspect of the show might be done. I think that the whole war between humans and elves are more or less going to be over as far as, like, big battles go. But it could happen. What's it called? Avatar: The Last Airbender had a battle in it, and that was like the mid-season of season 3, but it didn't really end with like a huge conflict. It ended with just, you know, a couple characters fighting a couple characters. So I'm expecting something more along those lines. I just found out Lissa's name yesterday. Yeah. It's a little of an obscure detail. Yeah, I think it's only mentioned once in the book, the novelization of book 1. Soren would visit Lissa and tell her, "Mom, I'm sorry, I chose Dad. He made me betray my friends." Yeah, that would be cute. That would be great. That would be a great way for him to meet up with Vera and Claudia again. See, my thoughts are, Vera and Claudia don't really have anywhere to go now. Like, their list of allies is pretty much non-existent. Everybody's in jail or hates them. So maybe Viren will go crawling back to his ex-wife for, like, refuge. Like, we just need a place to stay for a few a few weeks, and then we'll be out of your hair again. And then maybe at the same time, Soren could also be going down there. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe the humans fight since the Cthulhu's betrayed the other. Maybe, yeah, maybe it would be like a human conflict thing. Sure, maybe it'll be a whole new conflict that we can't even conceive of now because it's not been set up or anything. It's going to be a completely new thing coming in the future. If Star Touch settlements aren't called constellations, I'm going to be disappointed. Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm pretty sure in the art book, it says something about them literally living in the stars. I'm pretty sure that's where I read that. So yeah, it might literally be constellations. There's only one thing that I'm overly obsessed with right now, and that's Genshin Impact. Oh yeah, I don't know much about it, but I know some of my friends on Steam. I see them playing it. I think is it Steam where I'm seeing them play? I think so. Is that on the PC? I want the ex-wife to come back to see her kids. Yeah, that'd be nice. Vera would, but Vera would be executed if he returns to the human kingdoms. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but he's gonna be executed as well if he's in 𝐊𝐴𝐤. At least in the human kingdoms, he might have a bit of a better chance of blending in. Whereas, he's one of like the only humans in 𝐊𝐴𝐤. So that's why he would need a place to hide out. That's why I think, he might be like, maybe my ex-wife might take me and my daughter in temporarily, hide us. In the Dragon Prince world, there are more than the island in 𝐊𝐴𝐤. Yes! Is that a question or a statement? Because, yes, there are. You can actually see, I posted about it on Twitter last year. You can actually see in one of the maps, not on the official map that they released, but there are, like, you can see other bodies of land outside of 𝐊𝐴𝐤's borders that are unnamed on the map. So we definitely know it. I know that the show's creators joked that their Avatar world was on the other side, but they don't own the rights to it. I feel like star-touched elves must be pretty rare since Viren and Erebos, didn't know much. Well, yeah, when he first saw them, yeah, they are. They definitely seem very rare. There's something in the art book about it where apparently they're incredibly long-lived too, like maybe even longer than typical elves. So they definitely appear to live in the stars. So it would make sense that they just observe. So it goes really well with the whole idea of maybe Erebos being the one that helped humanity. Like maybe the Star-Touched Elves only watched, but he, saw humanity suffering, so he, got involved when he wasn't supposed to, gave them the secrets of dark magic. That's why he got kicked out and banned into the mirror world and all that stuff. Let's see. I think Viren would keep his soldiers as zombies, so they don't tell other humans he turned them into zombies and made them kill the princes. Maybe if he has control over that. They all got arrested at the end of season 3. Claudia would go straight up to Azula's level if she lost Viren. Absolutely, yeah. In her mind, her brother betrayed them. Tried to kill her father, even though it was just an illusion. So, yeah, maybe, maybe in her mind she will have lost everything. And then she'll turn to the only person she has left. Our boy, our pretty star elf boy. You also like Rick and Morty. You saw the episode of the dragons. Yeah, that was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Like, that was just terrible. I like Rick and Morty, but the show's been not great lately. Is episode Ghost disappointing because the elf faces Rayla banished? Yeah. Minnie Susie says they might find a way to turn them back into humans. Yeah, I was talking about that a little bit earlier on in the stream. If they're turned, if the way that Viren was able to turn them in, give them the power that the Sunforged elves have, was by using the Sun Primal, by corrupting it with dark magic, then maybe by uncorrupting the Sunforge, that will fix it. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Do you think there will be a chance that Viren will turn on Claudia? I do not. No. I don't think he would ever turn on Claudia. Have you heard the song Nothing Left to Lose? Is a song about that fits Claudia and Soren so well. I have not heard that song. Laura Drake asks, how about Viren wants to abandon Erebos, but Claudia doesn't, and she forced him to stay. See, I actually think it's going to be the opposite. I think Claudia is going to be like, Dad, this guy, he's using you. This elf, he's up to something. And he's going to be like, perhaps he is, but we need allies right now, and he's up. We're just going to use the elf for now. And then eventually there's going to be like Erebos is going to kind of manipulate his way into Claudia's head. And she'll start to trust him for real. At least that's what I'm expecting to happen. I don't think she's going to trust him. I think Viren is going to trust him and be like... Or even if Viren doesn't trust him, he's going to want to keep him as an ally. Because it makes sense, right? Like the whole dark magic thing, playing with forces that, are dangerous, manipulating the natural world of Xadia and its magics to your will. It makes sense that maybe that Viren would view Erebos in the same way. Like, yeah... We'll use Erebos' power for our gain. And, of course, like dark magic, it's going to come back and be destructive. But, yeah, for sure. What if Erebos knows about the coins and he knows that Rayla will want to make a plan for him to get the cube? Maybe. You're really fixated on the coins. I really don't think the coins are going to be a big, important detail in the grand scope of thing. I think that they're going to, at some point, they're just going to find them. And then maybe in the same episode that they find them, get the people out of them. Instead of fixing the cursed soldiers, maybe they'll leave the abilities and give them back their free will. Maybe. Was it ever stated that they didn't have free will? Like, they definitely seemed like they were, like, angrier than normal. But, like, I don't know. So Viren is not going to redeem. We'll see. I'm really hoping for a Viren redemption, personally, just because I love that kind of story about a bad guy who does, a good man who starts to do bad things to accomplish a goal, ultimately learns from his mistakes and then turns around, and the good guy underneath comes back. I love that kind of story, so I would love for that to happen with him. Do I think that Viren will sacrifice Claudia for more magic? Nah, no way. Nah, he would. Viren would never do anything to hurt Claudia. No. Oh, goodbye. Have fun. Hey, thanks for stopping in. But yeah, I don't think that. Nah, Viren's never going to hurt Claudia on purpose. No. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. The zombie seemed feral. Yeah, sure. Yeah, maybe they didn't. It's a little bit vague. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if we never actually see the zombies again, though. Like the whole fire zombie thing. I would like to see them, but it wouldn't surprise me if the show just doesn't ever reveal what happened to them. It's one of those, like, loose end kind of things where it's like the writers could take that and do something with it, or maybe they'll just drop it and just head in a new direction. Do I think Burb Harrow is still possible? I do. I 100% do. Yeah, absolutely. My faith has not wavered at all. Every time I rewatch season 1, it's just It's so clear. The link for the Discord server doesn't work. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I thought so. I tried it. I tested it yesterday, and it wasn't working. I don't know what went wrong with that. I don't know how that works, but I can try to get it updated. Why are the coins not a big deal of the show? Because they have only been shown twice for like less than a minute. If Viren redeems and abandons 𝐅𝐸𝐽𝐽, but Claudia, maybe. Oh, it worked now? Oh, good. Good. Maybe one of my admins helped fix it. Maybe one of my admins from that Discord is watching. They fixed the server. I actually don't know too much about how Discord works. I have a lot of help getting that set up. A lot of people have been asking for a Discord server. So, I don't know. I don't think that Viren would leave 𝐅𝐸𝐽𝐽 and Claudia would stay with him. I think the only way that 𝐅𝐸𝐽𝐽 and Claudia are going to end up alone is if Viren dies. The zombies creep me out, but the ones that Viren made in Season 3 were well designed and intimidating in a way that made them worthy opponents and draw me into the story. Yeah. Yeah. What's that that South Korean zombie show that just dropped? That was pretty creepy. And the novel they mentioned Viren's eyes were black when he left Harrow's room. That's a great point. I remember that. Yeah. Like, come on. Like, come on. Come on. Now, I do believe that they burned Harrow's body, right? And they need Harrow's... So, Pip was in Harrow's body when it was killed. When Harrow's body was killed. And then Harrow's body was burned. Which means that he is now trapped in the bird, right? Because he's not gonna let his soul be taken out of the bird and put into another human. He's not gonna allow that to happen. He didn't want to trade places with another person, and he won't want to do that in the future. So he's gonna be in the bird. So it's like a bummer, man. So how is anyone ever gonna find out that he's in there, man? If only we had a character that could talk to animals. Yeah, so I think definitely. I mean, yeah, he's gonna hang out with Ez. He'll probably hang out on like his shoulder and give him words of wisdom. Harrow's definitely in the bird. Yeah, Robin, you would know because your name is a bird. So yeah, Robin's right. Burb was burnt, but not Harrow. Exactly. The bird was in Harrow's body, so Pip got killed by the Moonshadow Elves. And then that body was later burnt. So it's not like they're going to be able to use magic to bring Harrow back. Harrow is gone. We're not going to see Harrow as a person in the real world. He's effectively stuck in the bird. So maybe the showrunners might let us, the audience, kind of hear what Ezran hears, and they'll bring the voice actor in to like kind of speak through the mind of the bird into Ezran or something like that. Or maybe even Ezran, maybe they'll even go so far as to create like a spectral form of him that is just kind of to help us understand what's happening, kind of like what they did with 𝐅𝐸𝐽𝐽. The more I watch your videos, the more I think Harrow is in the bird. Thanks, Casey. He's definitely in the bird, guys. Like it's gonna be like he's gonna come out and then like it's gonna be like, oh my gosh, Harrow's in the bird, and then I'm just gonna be over here like being like, yeah, come on, like we all knew this. I feel like if the elves saw the king flapping his arms and chirping, they'd have some questions. you know, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I'm trying to remember the scene. were there guards in the room with him, or were they all outside the door? Because I think when I remember the scene, I remember seeing like arrows and like tossed furniture and stuff inside of the room. But then again, I guess the struggle could have like moved from outside into the room to stop the elves spill. Pip now has human intelligence. Yeah. It would be funny to see the bird speaking with Harrow's voice. Yeah. That would be interesting. He does sing songs, apparently. So, I mean, I suppose that is a possibility. They were all outside. Yeah, I would need to rewatch the scene, but I think so, yeah. So who's to say that they didn't kick, that an elf, Runan or somebody, didn't kick down the door, ready an arrow, and shoot him right in the chest. And nobody had a chance to realize. Outside the door, and Viren didn't lift a finger to fight the elves. Yeah, because he didn't need to. He had effectively removed Hero from the equation. He wasn't about to let his best friend die, but at the same time, from his perspective, he's like, you know, shoot, he's gonna let his own stubbornness get him killed, so I'm gonna have to step in and save him. All the adult dragons talk, which means Zim will talk in the future. We'll see. We'll see about that. Maybe you guys can help me remember, but didn't the showrunners, didn't they say, like, an exact age? Like 70 years or something? And I think it's only archdragons. It's only a special kind of dragon. So, like was it Pyra? She won't talk. Because she's not an archdragon. But she's still intelligent? It's very strange rules. All of this is subject to change. It's 11 p.m. in Brazil. I gotta go. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Good night. Let's see. Laura says, what confesses... what if Erebos confesses Vera's crime to Claudia to get rid of Viren while keep Claudia? Maybe turning them against each other for his benefit definitely seems like the kind of like manipulation that I think is where they're going to end up going with him. So that would be interesting to see him turn them against each other in some way. Geeky Preacher says, have you played Elden Ring yet? I have not. And all of my friends are playing it right now. The Ellie says, the creator said that dragons can learn to talk at 75. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. So probably won't see Zim talk. It'd be funny. So we're gonna like after the credits in the last season, we're gonna see like 85-year-old Ezran talking to Zim for the first time. Zim's gonna be like, what would Zim say? I don't know. I was trying to think of a funny scene. 75, yeah. And didn't they... I'm pretty sure they said that it's only archdragons, right? I think they added, like, a caveat that the archdragons speak. So, like... I don't really know all the differences between them. They haven't fully been fleshed out in the show. Why did Rayla stay in Catullus? Oh, because... where was she gonna go? Her tribe had effectively exiled her. And her boyfriend lived there. So she could go back to her tribe where everybody was ghosting her. Or go sleep in a palace in some sick pajamas. I think she made the right choice. Soren has a cut on one of his eyebrows. Do you think that'll have anything to do with Joshua Fagan's theory that Vera used dark magic to save him? Yes. You know what's funny? I was actually working on the same theory, but I stopped it now because he beat me to the punch. I think it could. I think the book says that he was sickly as a child, so I don't think that mark on his eyebrow is necessarily going to correspond to that, to like him dying like Josh said in the video, but it could, sure. What exactly does Viren's staff do? We know it's ancient, powerful relic. That's a great question. That's actually one of the questions I have on my board for my dragon theory videos, where it's I ask like, what is the purple gem? And it makes me wonder, because like a lot of people have asked, is there like a dark magic nexus in the world? And that's a fascinating idea to me, because if there is a if dark magic has like a nexus, and we have seen primal stones connected to like those nexuses, right? Then could the purple gem inside of Viren's staff be like contained potent dark magic, you know? Rayla was wearing Callum's pajamas, and it's literally the cutest thing. Yes! Yes, Pajama Rayla is best Rayla, for sure. I read somewhere that Soren accidentally cut himself when trying to shave his eyebrows to match Corvus's scar. I don't know if that's canon or just like fan speculation, but either way, that is now headcanon for me, for sure. Viren's staff is oversized magic wand. I mean, you're not wrong. I really do think it's going to be, like, I think that, like, that purple gem, I think that's the important part of it. I remember Viren said Lissa, that Soren had almost died. Yeah, they talk about how he was really sickly as a kid, and that he did something that made Lissa basically freak out and leave Viren. So those two details are pretty close together, so it has led some people, me and Josh, to think that perhaps those things are connected, perhaps a little necromancy, maybe? But the question is dark magic uses the magic inside of magical creatures, right? But you need like a human soul for a human, right? I don't know. If you want Viren to redeem, he needs to accept his own faults and get... Yeah. Well, that would be what, you know, like the future seasons would be. I need to see the unicorns in the next season too. Yeah. It says in the novel that they got hunted to extinction, but we see Claudia has the horn of a unicorn in season 1, I think, something like that, or mentions something about the horn of the unicorn. So maybe they're still out there. The show has imperfect narrators all the time, where a character will say something as fact because the character believes it to be fact, but it's later revealed not to be fact. So the whole there being no unicorns thing could easily just be revealed to, no, actually there are. There's a whole, a whole area hidden in this mountain cove, this valley, protected from the outside world, where they can all live in peace. How about Cthulhu has an air force with recruited dragons and skywing elves? That would be interesting. See, I always wonder, because like these dragons are much more intelligent than like the How to Train Your Dragon dragons are, where they're just like big puppies and horses and stuff like that. So I don't know how an intelligent being would feel about effectively just being treated like a horse. Like these people ride on my back and like tell me where to go. It could work. Like we see Ezran riding on the back of one, but that was one guy, and that was just because he had to go find dragons. So so Pyra lets him hop a ride to go get him. I don't know how they would feel about being treated as just like aerial infantry. I think it was nearly to extinction. It might be. Yeah, that might be the exact phrasing. Yeah, unicorns would only be endangered. Yeah, it's a little funny in like a dark humor kind of way, where they're like, "We're gonna go help out the humans," and then the elves are like, "No, don't do that. They're dangerous." And then they're like, no, we're gonna help him out. And then the humans just turn on him and just like hunt him to nearly to extinction, which is I mean, as much as I hate to admit it, that does sound like something we would do. Does Dragon Prince have a god? Yeah, that'd be interesting. It has clerics. Clerics are usually religious figures, like Apelli, so they probably have something. That'd be really interesting to know. The Royal Catullus Air Force. Rakef. I really want to see a unicorn who has a similar personality as Ong. Ong. You guys remember the live action movie? Are you the Avatar, Ong? Wonderful movie. I want to see a unicorn who has a similar personality to Aang. Yeah, maybe. That would be interesting. I mean, he's such an upbeat, fun, nice character. He would be a great character to include. That kind of archetype, for sure. Humans are terrible. Not, hashtag not all humans. But, yeah, that does sound like something we would do. As an American, that does sound like something, for sure. Angicorn. Yeah. How do you think Ezran and Zim are connected? Is it or because they both have afros? It could be the afro thing. I think it's just I think that there's going to be a reveal later on that humans can in fact use primal magic, and that Ezran is simply just connecting to the Earth Arcanum, and that's how he's able to connect with these things and understand them. I don't think he'll be casting spells, but I think it's going to be revealed later on that humans can just like we've already seen. What's his name? The pirate Phyllis. We've seen him talk about how he uses the Sky Arcanum to send his ship around. So I think that's kind of the way they're going to go with it. So I think it's going to be revealed later on that he's just using the Earth Primal. He's just connecting to it on some level. I think it's going to be revealed that all humans are connected to all the primal sources. If Claudia knew about Viren's crimes, she would feel betrayed? Maybe. I don't know. What crimes are you talking about? I feel like the worst things he has done, she was there for and was complicit in. Bye, Minnie. Would Janai marry Amaya? That would be nice. I don't know. They're so cute together, but on the same hand, I really like her and Grin together. I think they're really cute. Maybe they could be like the first 3 people relationship thing. I don't know what the proper terminology is for that. That'd be cute. I want a Pegasus to exist in the world too. That'd be cool. Somebody asked about dwarves in the Dragon Prince. That would be interesting, I guess. The Dragon Prince summary: Sokka learns to airbend and finds another moon girlfriend. Let's just hope that their fates aren't the same. Ong. Are you the Avatar, Ong? They say some of the people in the movie, the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender, pronounce his name as Ong. Katera. Sokka. It's so weird. Claudia knows Vera's crimes, but he's manipulated her perspective. Sure. So a perspective change could happen, but I don't think that's very likely. She loves her father, and I don't think that there's much he could do that would make her kind of question what he tells her. I do not think that Viren and Claudia are going to turn on each other. I want Janaya to have more development. Yeah, I mean, we just got the start of it. There's only 9 episodes a season, so there's going to be a lot of stuff we're going to be left wanting when the series wraps up. I meant Claudia to be upset Viren lied to her. and stick with Erebos. What did he lie to her about? Other than the order that he gave Soren, what has he lied to her about? Will Soren get an elf girlfriend? I'd be down for that. I know a lot of people really like the idea of him with the dragon. I mean, it's a little weird, but like, you know, the dragons, they're an intelligent species. It's not that weird. Should I add Cat Flair to the subreddit? Yeah, why not? Yeah, go ahead. Nyx and Soren. A lot of people ship them, but I don't know. I know there's going to be more Nyx coming up. That's been established. When I started watching after the last Airbender, because in the Owl House, Amity did her water bending against Hunter. If the Dragon Prince that hook up to Avatar, the Owl... yeah, I agree. Yeah. I wonder, do you think, speaking of like similarities between like water bending and like the Owl House, you guys think that like is Earth primal magic gonna look like Earth bending? Like, is it gonna be like manipulating like the dirt and stuff like that, or is it gonna be like something completely different? Because I'm curious about how that's gonna look. Earthbending is one of the coolest things about Avatar that I liked. It was so unique. Claudia will be upset that Viren betrayed humanity to pretend to be a hero. I don't know. See, he was trying to save humanity. From her perspective. You think Nyx would tease Rayla and Callum when she meets them again? Probably. Robin, maybe plants. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Like using like vines and like overgrowing tree branches to like swing at people and stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe Mushroom Mage Muko can manipulate mushrooms, and that's where he gets his name from. He's like the mushroom bender. Maybe he'll be voiced by Dante Bosco. I joke, but I would love to see Dante on that show. I would love to see them just like start bringing in like every main voice actor from Avatar and giving them like a small role or something like that. That'd be fun. Ah, it is done. Thank you. You have done well. Stick with Erebos, feeling she doesn't have a choice, then Ezran will never forgive her for betraying him. Maybe. My thinking is that the elves, dragons, and our heroes are going to lead somehow to Viren's death, and she's just going to double down on vengeance. And in that angered state where she's not thinking clearly, she's going to be a great tool for Erebos to use to his own ends. Claudia should say, "A bright future for humanity." That's great, Pezu. That's wonderful. Claudia stood with Erebos. Oh, I think you already said that. But yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm expecting. I don't think that Viren and Claudia will turn on each other. I think that they are all that they have left. They've lost their homes, their titles, all of their friends and resources. All they have left is each other. Viren and Claudia. They're all they have left. And then there's this weird elf guy that they don't know much about, but he's like super powerful. And they're going to be like, okay, we don't have much anymore. So you and I, we're going to stick together. We're going to use this guy to help us out. And basically that kind of like making a deal with the devil kind of thing, where it's going to come back and end up destroying Viren in some way. I don't know why, but it would be good if Claudia becomes good. She would be great friends with Rayla. Yeah, that would be great. I would be okay with her getting a redemption arc, but I don't think that's where they're going with her. I think they're going to a much sadder place. What did I think of the nostalgia critic on the last Airbender? I liked it. It was pretty funny. I can't, man, I can't with this stuff anymore. Oh my gosh. I used to watch his videos every Wednesday. I watched his videos back when they were on YouTube. Then he got kicked off YouTube, went to his website. Then I was watching on his website, and then back to YouTube. So, like, I was a die-hard, like, Channel Awesome fan. I had dreams of one day being on that, part of that platform. And, man, I can't watch his stuff anymore. It's just terrible. I can't stand his videos these days. But, that was one of the good ones he did. Was that, like, 2013, 2014 he did that, I think? Can elves and humans have babies? I think so, yeah. I think that it's probably going to be revealed at some point that elves and humans are the same race. That humans are like a form of elf. I'd say if Vera redeems, he will return to Cthulhu and warn everybody about arrows. That'd be good. That'd be really interesting. And then he like immediately gets arrested. He's like, I have grave news, and they're like, all right, put the staff down. He's like, two things I want to see in the future seasons: Rayla and depression. I think that's what's coming. The big sad. The big sad. There should be more bread jokes in season 4. I agree. I don't know what happened. I think I'm like the pope of a bread religion now or something on the subreddit, or not the subreddit, the Discord. I don't know how that happened. I don't remember. But yeah, that'd be really interesting. What if Reunan becomes the Blood Moon Hunter as Erebos' assassin? I don't know about that. I don't know anything about what the Blood Moon Huntress is going to be. But I don't think that he would work with Erebos. He seemingly knew when he saw the mirror who Erebos was, when he said there's things worse than death, referring to like the kind of imprisonment that he was in, or maybe to what Erebos could do. So I don't think he would work. I don't think Reunan is going to work with Erebos. I think that's pretty unlikely. What if the baby elf and human baby only has one horn? I'm confused. Oh, horn. Oh, maybe. Could. Yeah, that could be possible. Traditionally, when you're writing fantasy, there's kind of a rule. It's an unspoken rule, but you don't do hybrid races. And the reason you don't do that is because it can potentially destroy all of your world building. Like, for example, in the Elder Scrolls universe, right? Skyrim, you can't do hybrid races because how would there be any Argonians? How would there be any of this? If everybody would just be like a half this, third of this. So what they do is that when they do get together and they have a baby, that baby is then either, well, maybe it's a human, maybe it's an Argonian. So I suspect that most fantasy authors will go that route because it helps protect your world building from becoming nonsense and just breaking. That if Callum and Rayla were to have a baby, that it would probably either be a full elf or a full human. Maybe it might have a few human characteristics, but probably closer to that. Humans are Homo sapiens, so maybe elves are Homo sapien. I can't say that word. Maybe. Would there be vampires? Wait, what? Wait, would there be vampires? That's why they're mistaken elves. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're trying to say. A lot of times in like when we were human evolution, when we would have people who would have like deformities or like they couldn't walk or anything like that, we would just like leave them out to die. We wouldn't keep taking care of them in our caves. So maybe that's like what happened. Maybe like the elf race was like, Oh man, we have all these babies. They can't do any magic. They don't have any horns. They have these weird extra digits. And they just started, like, banishing all of them. And then eventually they all started to, like, breed with each other. And then, boom, humanity, you know. Like a whole other separate, like, line of all these, like, just genetic defects. Defects, you know. They can't use magic. They're not connected to a primal. Who knows? Who knows? Could be. Alright, what if 𝐁𝐴 meets Viren? That'd be good. Maybe 𝐁𝐴 could just, like, punch him right in the face. Wouldn't that be great? Like, bam! Like, right in the face. Like, that's for messing with my husband? Are they married? They are married, right? I didn't make that up. Right? Instead of horns, humans got pinkos. Yeah, yeah. Our horns became like weird fleshy things on our hands. Mutations. Yeah, yeah. Like maybe they were giving birth to these, like, maybe like every 1 in like 100 would have this defect, and then it's like they started sending them away. Then all those people formed their own community, their own tribe, and yeah. Something like that. Alrighty, how long have we been going? We have horns on our hands. Yeah, they're like weird fleshy horns. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap things up in the next, like, 10 minutes or so. So, you guys have any last, like, questions you want to hear me talk about? We'll do a rapid fire. Do I think they'll be vampires, and that's why they're mistaken about elves drinking blood? I don't think so. I think that was just a joke. I think that was just like a one-off joke. Evolution, yes. Iced cream, yeah. They have iced cream. Will be cool if Tyrion teamed up with Amaya and Chennai. Yeah, could be. Yeah, maybe they could do like the Avengers Endgame scene where all the ladies like teamed up to do something awesome. That'd be sick. Viren would bargain information about Erebos and Claudia for not being executed. Yeah, maybe that'd be, yeah. I mean, he would have lots of information. Like maybe, you know, hopefully it wouldn't be like a Mace Windu, he's too dangerous to be left alive kind of situation. I think Ezran would probably listen to him and hear him out. Do elves have 4 toes as well? They do. It was confirmed in a the Instagram live stream back in 2020 that they do, by 𝐷𝐴 and Justin Richmond, that they do in fact have 4 toes. Do elves have 4 toes as well? Oh, that's what I just read. You know what's funny though? It's like you can't really walk with 4 toes as a bipedal person, so that's probably one of the more magical elements of the series. Well, I guess it would depend on which toes and how big the. I guess it's possible. It'd be awesome to see Callum learn more Sky Arcanum spells. Yes, yes, I would love for them. Like I said earlier, I would love to see them just do a time jump into like a year into the future, where he's already learned all of these things, so he can just start whipping out all these cool new spells. Yeah, that would be really cool. Do you think that Viren will try to harvest Callum knowing he's magic? I do not think so. No. I don't think he is magic. He's just able to tap into the magic. He wasn't born with the Arcanum inside him. Callum's not a magical creature. He can just use the ability that they have inside of them. Blood Moon Huntress is a vampire? Question mark. That would be kind of cool, actually. I hadn't heard that one, but that would be interesting. So I'll give that a hard maybe. Spin-off show with young Viren, Hero, Sarai, and Amaya. I would love that. That would be awesome. I would love to see that. Yeah, definitely. Can you check out Stormhawks? It's Tubi, also YouTube. It awesome. Sure. Yeah, I'll Google it here in a second. I have no idea what that is. Do you think it's possible to mix spells like water earth spells or something? Sure. I can't think of a reason why it wouldn't be possible. If theoretically you could control both arcanums and cast both spells at the same time, then why not be able to combine them? We haven't seen a magic duel yet. I'm waiting for a showdown between two mages. Yes, that would be pretty awesome. Yeah, I would love to see that. Like, it would be really cool. I hope we don't have to wait till the very end. I hope we don't have to wait till the showdown between Callum and Erebos to see a full-blown magical duel. The Blood Moon Huntress is beautiful, my opinion. Yes, she's definitely got that dangerous goth girl kind of charm to her. Next stream, I'm not sure. I've thought about doing monthly streams in the future, but I don't know. I like to keep them special. You know, I like to have them feel special. So, like, you know, I whip them out every so often, and then more people kind of come in, and we all have this great interaction. Whereas if I did it more often, I feel like people would skip on streams, and I wouldn't have as much to talk about. So I like to kind of keep them kind of special. So I guess the answer is I don't know. I want to see Callum use Asperophrygis. Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. Will be awesome if Callum becomes Archmage and fights Erebos and takes away his power like Aang and Ozai. That would be a really on-the-nose way to end the series. If Aaron Ehaz is just like, yeah, you remember that way I ended the other show? We're just gonna do that again. But that would be really interesting. She's like the... Yeah. The only reason I played Resident Evil 8 was for that big lady. I've never played a Resident Evil game before, but I saw her in the trailers and I was like, perhaps there's something to this game. Do you think Rayla will perform a spell since she is connected to the Moon Arcanum? I don't think so. I think that being able to be connected to the primal sources and manipulating those with magic are two different kinds of skill sets. Like I don't know. I don't think that Callum could use the invisibility ability that she has in the same way that she can use it, but it's not necessarily the same thing. What will happen if Rayla meets Reunite again? A big hug and some tears. Viren has dehumanized elves, so he doesn't have a problem killing them, but still has morals and probably wouldn't kill another human. Yeah, I agree. I think he would only kill another human in self-defense. If he viewed it as he had to defend himself or something like that. Absolutely. Yeah. But so that leads to the question, you know, do you have to kill a human to resurrect another human or not? Have I seen Kippo in the Age? Yes, I have. I watched the first season. I don't know how many seasons there are now. They wrapped up, didn't they? I think that show finished. It was super cute. I liked it. The main character reminds me of Luz a lot from the Owl House. But yeah, that's a good show. Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, thanks you guys. Thanks for watching. These are always so much fun to do. I appreciate you guys coming in and chatting. Thanks for getting the likes up to 50 before the stream even started. That was really sick. Super awesome. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm probably gonna go rewatch The Dragon Prince. So I'll see ya.